The new Black Wall Street. The right, feel well, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. Who's the host?
Grand Rising to you, billionaires. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the new Black Wall Street as we present to you guys the Money and Power Show. Today we're supposed to be talking about Black entrepreneurship, so hopefully my guest will join in just a second. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. That book that I wrote, guys, is a study of Black wealth. That book that I wrote is a study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just truly believe that if you want to be wealthy, that's a big if. It's a choice. If you decide that you are going to be wealthy, I recommend that you study wealthy people. All right. You can find your copy by simply going to the website www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. Pick up your copy today. You'll find that link in the description above or below. Today's episode is being brought to you by ERGJ Black Bazaar, the Afrocentric marketplace, which specializes in Afrocentric home decor, personal care products, and also Black art-inspired gifts. They have a new section that's here for you guys. Make sure that you are playing Rona defense, so you can find in our featured section, guys, masks, gloves, all that good stuff, man, some essential oils, all that good stuff, man, to help you play defense during this time, man. Get something for yourself, get something for your family. Make sure that you buy Black or you shop Black as well. Here at ERGJ Black Bazaar, you can find us at www.theblackbazaar.com, www.theblackbazaar.com, and we want you to remember this, that once you shop Black, you never go back. That's right, man. Once you shop Black, you never go back, man. Check out the website, theblackbazaar.com, for all your personal care needs, also Black art-inspired gifts and Afrocentric, right, home decor, Afrocentric home decor. Today's sponsor is being brought to you by Natural Skin Treats. Natural Skin Treats. I'm going to pull that up for you guys. Of course, they are another this is a Black woman-owned company that's decided to do a feature here for our show and sponsor our show. So we want to say thank you so much to Natural Skin Treats. They do have your sanitizer. They also have your bath bombs, your butters, your soaps as well. So go ahead and check them out at naturalskintreats.myshopify. naturalskintreats.myshopify.com. It's a Shopify store, naturalskintreats.myshopify.com. You also find them on Facebook at Natural Skin Treats as well. Hey, love the skin that you're in. Everybody put in the console, I love my skin. That's right, put in the console, I love my skin. Love the skin that you're in. And if so, well, you're going to use something that makes sure that you get that, you got that glow. I got that glow. You need to know, just like brother Bruce Leroy, man, you got the glow by loving the skin you're in. Check out and shop with, again, a Black woman-owned company, Natural Skin Treats. That's right, Natural Skin Treats at naturalskintreats.myshopify.com. Let's see who's here today, man. We're going to start the day off with our attitude of gratitude. But good morning to you, beautiful people. Thanks so much for joining. Gigi King is in the house, man. What's going on? How are you? Miss Vivian Reed, thanks so much for joining us here today. Always showing up. Brother Corey, the finance probably going to be here tomorrow. That's right. He's going to be with our show here tomorrow, man. Thanks so much. Double C, C squared. C squared is in the house, man. Thanks so much for joining. We're going to start with a little attitude of gratitude. So in the comments below, I'd love you to share something that you're gracious for this morning. You woke up thanking God or thanking the universe or whatever it is you think. You just woke up thanking this morning with an attitude of gratitude. And we'll read through our morning gratitude affirmations here this morning just to make sure we start the day off with the right attitude. The right attitude. That, no, I don't. It's not entitled to me. But I am blessed to be a blessing. And I thank God so much that I'm still here. I want to thank you for this new day. I'm filled with happiness and gratitude. I'm grateful for another chance to live my life. I'm grateful to feel the air in my lungs and the beating of my heart. I'm thankful simply for being alive. Thankfulness, appreciation, and sincere gratitude are part of who I am. I'm grateful for who I am and for what I have. I invite gratitude into my heart. Today, I will have an attitude of gratitude. Thank you for the blessings this day will bring. Thank you for the blessings that this day will bring. She said, I love the skin that I'm in here. That's right, man. I love the skin that I'm in here today on the Money and Power Show, beautiful people, man. Good morning to you, man. Let us know where you're connected from, man. Hit the like button, the share button if you can. Like button, the share button if you can. Also, let us know where you're connected from, what city, what state, what country, quite possibly. We're broadcasting here across the World Wide Web, across Facebook and also YouTube. And we're just stretching out as far as we can go because we know, man, people can be watching from anywhere. We're broadcasting from our virtual studio here in Decatur, Georgia. Decatur, where it's greater. And it's just so phenomenal to connect with brothers and sisters all over the world. And we typically have the very same message. That's right. Grand Rising City, low-key saucy is in the house, man. I'm over Instagram, I'm over YouTube. Good morning to you, brother Freeman. Thanks so much for joining us. Good morning to you out of Louisville, Kentucky. That's right. Float like a butterfly. Sting like a bee. That's right, man. Charleston, South Carolina is in the house. Thanks so much for joining, man. That's right. Louisville, Kentucky as well. We're going to start our show with our honors, paying homage to our ancestors. And this is going to be an African-American inventor who changed the world with an invention. So this comes out of a book written by a black man, Mr. Michael Carson. And today's inventor is going to be a brother named David Crosthwaite. I can't even say it right. Hopefully I didn't mess your name up, brother, because, I don't want to do that. But David Crosthwaite, let's find out what David Crosthwaite did. David Crosthwaite has 119 patents to his name, which include 39 in the United States and 80 international. All of his inventions are related to heating, cooling, and temperature regulating technology. He designed the HVAC, or the heating, ventilation, air conditioning system. A black man designed the system that you're using in your house to keep your house cool or to keep your house hot. Okay? He also invented central air conditioning. Crosthwaite revolutionized the heating and cooling industry, and he was inducted into the National Institute Inventors Hall of Fame in 2014. Wow. So Crosthwaite has 119 patents related to design, installation, testing, service of HVAC power plants, heating and ventilation systems. He pioneered most of the heating, cooling, and temperature regulating technology that exists today. He also invented central air conditioning. He was commissioned to design the heating and cooling system for Rockefeller Center and the Radio City Music Hall in New York City. Due to his extraordinary work, he won a medal from the National Technological Association. Crosthwaite was the first African-American honored by the American Society of Heating, Refrigeration, and Air Conditioning Engineers in 1971. So every time you go to your little thing, you turn the temperature up or down in your house, understand and know that system was revolutionized by a brother. And here today on the Money and Power shows, we pay homage to our ancestors, Mr. David Crosthwaite, inventor or owner of 119 patents in the heating, cooling, air conditioning, and ventilation industry. We put some respect on your name. That's right, man. We put some respect on your name. Thanks so much, man, for all that you've done, man. We have made contributions and differences in this world, and it's good that we have a nice little book that can teach us, remind us, because I ain't never heard of this brother before. So, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what we say when we learn something new? That's right. Pineapples. Put that in the comments below. If you had never heard about this brother before, you just learned this today, go and put in the comments below pineapples. That's right. That's our word for when we learn something new. Pineapples. That's right, man. That's what I'm talking about. See what else you got going on here. That's right, man. Seedling, man. Mr. Henry, thanks so much for joining out of Boston. Thanks so much for joining. Cyrus is in the house from the A, Atlanta representative, man. Good morning to you, Miss Almond. Thanks so much for joining. GD King, thankful to me and my son, Malik, are alive and well. Thankful today. Absolutely. I really appreciate this, brother. I appreciate you, Mr. Saucy. How are you? Good morning, Wanda Maybank. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the Money and Power Show. That's right, pineapples. If you just learned that your heating and air conditioning system is what it is because of a brother. Go figure. So African-American inventions that changed the world We got a brother, Mr. David Crossway. We'll put some respect on your name. All right, guys, we are going to, I normally would do a coronavirus update. I'll do that as well. I forgot to pull it up, so give me just a second. We'll do a little quick thing there. We're going to go over to the World Health Organization, take a look and see what's going on there. That's called WHO. That's right. It's called WHO, man. So we can go over there and see that thing, see what's going on here with the coronavirus, with the corona. All right, look at this, man. We got, let me see. I like that. All right, let's see here. Do I got it big enough? Okay, we do. All right, so we see here. This is just totals, guys. So just understand what these numbers are. This is total since the outbreak started. 1.39, about 1.4 million confirmed cases since November. Pretty much 80,000 deaths across the whole globe. Keep these numbers in perspective. There's 7.7 billion people in the world. So we got 80,000 that died from corona. Keep it in perspective. Right, 212 countries have been impacted. But notice this, guys. I just like to look at maps. And I'm just simply saying, guys, this is just very odd to me. Very, very odd, some things that you notice when you start taking a look at this stuff. You say, man, look, it seems like the Rona don't like the North, and it don't like the South, right? As you look at the whole continent, right? It doesn't like North. It doesn't like going up towards extreme cold. You see what I'm saying? Here's the thing. Think about this, boys. I just thought about this now. I just want you guys to, everybody put in on hashtag think. Hashtag think. Now, there's some who say, right, again, I'm just saying think. There's some who say, you know, when it heats up, the virus will die, right? That's what's being said. Well, it looks like the virus is only in hot places. If you just think about it for a second. If you go far north, it gets colder the further away you get from the equator. So if you go north on the continent, not in your city, not in your state, but on the continent, it gets colder. And if you look where it's cold, which also could mean not a lot of people live there, I'm not quite sure, but the virus ain't north on the world, on the planet. It ain't south on the planet for the most part. You might have we got a couple specks, but it ain't north and it ain't south. It's where the equator is. So to me, for someone to say that when it heats up, it's going to disappear, when it seems like it only lives where it's hot, I don't know if that's accurate or not. Do y'all see what I'm saying this morning? You know what I mean? I'm not a rocket science. I didn't go to school for medicine and all that stuff, but I know where the equator is, and I see all of this darkness wherever the equator is, and I see a whole bunch of whiteness wherever there's cold. I mean, it's cold in Greenland. It's cold in South of South America. I don't know how cold it is in Australia, though. I don't really know. I mean, it makes it seem like it's always hot in Australia, but it's further away from the equator. So maybe the equator ain't where I thought it was. I don't know. But I do know it's hot in Florida. I know it's hot in northern Mexico. I know that. And it seems like we got a whole bunch of Rona going on where it's the hot places. I don't know. I'm just saying. Now, also, I've never been to Africa, so I don't know if South Africa, like the southern part of Africa, is hot or cold. I know the northern part of Africa is hot. But what about the south? Like, what about South Africa? Anybody been to Africa? Is it cold? Like in the southern part of Africa, the continent? Because all I ever see is Egypt. All I ever see is Ghana. All I see is Nigeria. Whenever I hear about Africa, but there's a whole bunch of other countries in Africa, and I don't know if all of Africa is always hot. I don't know. I never been there. I want to go there, but I ain't been there yet. So anyway, here's your coronavirus update as we just look at what the World Health Organization is reporting, and we begin to think, and we begin to analyze what they provide as far as numbers is concerned for ourselves, right? Think and analyze. When you do that, beautiful people, you begin to get a different perspective of what's being reported to you. Because why? Because you've actually done your own research. You actually concluded and deduced, thought about, and said this makes sense, it doesn't make sense, based upon whatever data that you have. Is that making any sense to anybody? Okay, is that making any sense to anybody? Okay? Now, let's keep going. So I don't have my guest here today, so we just gonna get right into this thing in the morning. Any questions though? Do y'all want me to do a whole breakdown of state to state, city to city? If y'all want that, let me know. You know what I mean? We can do that as well because we can break this thing down even further. Because I don't have no problem breaking down numbers. I mean, because y'all asked me so nicely, I figured I'll do that for you. Where's it at? Where my thing at? Uh-oh. Is it still there? They took it down? Oh, they took that thing down. They took it down. They took his website down. Look at that. Oh, wow. I told you I was going to take it down soon. Oh, it's Corona. Maybe I didn't. I put in the wrong thing. All right. Corona.health, not COVID.health. All right, so here's another site that can be used. This is Corona.health. I was putting the wrong thing in. For more Corona update. If you have a particular it's hot in Africa. Is it hot in South Africa? I know it's hot in Africa, but I'm talking about the southern part of Africa that's closer to Antarctica, I think. Is that hot or is that cold? I don't know. I've never been there. I would think that it's actually cold, but okay. Visually, when I think of Africa, all I think about is hot. But I think I'm only being shown on TV or whenever people go. I don't think I'm being shown Southern Africa. So has anybody ever been to Southern Africa? And if you have, is that hot or is it cold? Is the equator not where I think it is? Is the equator running through Africa and all Africa's hot? I don't know. Right? Is Australia's southern supposed to be south of the equator too? Is Australia hot, super hot? If so, then maybe the equator ain't what the equator is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's been a lie. Like how would somebody know that this is the center of the earth? Who can say that that's the center? I think that could be a lie too. Maybe the equator is a lie. Yeah, maybe the equator is a lie now that I think about it. Because I think pretty much all of Africa is hot. I think Australia is hot, right? I think Iceland is cold. Greenland is cold, right? So maybe the southern part isn't what we've been told that it is because it get hot down in Africa. And this is very interesting. I never thought about it this way. See what happens when you start thinking, you'd be like, wait a second, this not making no sense. I don't know what the equator is, but I don't think the equator is what I've been told that it is this whole time. Does anybody want to break down their city or state or anything like that? If you do, let me know. I'm going to run through this real quick, but if you have a particular state you want to look at, and just look at the numbers, right? Everybody putting down some numbers don't lie. Put in the numbers, and I can do that for you. So this is a site that a German has actually put together as he kind of just follows and updates as he can. We've got 1.5 million confirmed cases. This is globally, 89,000 deaths globally, right? 1 million active cases, right? But as we look down here, we start to break this down by country, and we see obviously America is one of the biggest countries, so that makes sense for them to have some of the biggest impact as far as numbers are concerned. But you got to look at numbers as it relates to population. That's what no one is doing, right? What's the numbers as it relates to population? We have 435 infected, right? So if we look at numbers versus population, how many people are in America? About 325 million, right? So infection rate, 436, 160 divided by 325 million. So the infection rate is 1%. It's not even 1%. The infection rate is 0.1%. So the chances of being infected as it relates to the numbers that we have today, your chances of actually being infected in the United States is less than 1%. Your chances, let me say that again for the people in the back. Your chances of being infected in the United States based upon the numbers that they have provided, right, is less than 1%. Okay? Everybody put it down, so 99. 99. So it's 99% chance that you won't get infected. Regardless of all the social distancing and all the different practices and all that stuff, that based upon the numbers, it's a 99% chance that you won't get infected. I'm sorry, 99.99% chance that you won't get infected. Now, of course, they're not relaying this via the news. You know why? Because the news is not there to comfort you. The news is not there to give you the truth. The news is there to capture your attention. How many guys understand by now, as long as you've been living here on this earth, that the news is used to capture your attention? Now, why? Because if they can capture your attention in whatever way, then they can capture your money. Let me say that again for the people in the back. If they can capture your attention in whatever way, then they can actually capture your money. As long as you've been here on the earth, if you don't realize now that it's all about getting your money, then you either ain't been living on this earth long enough, you ain't read the Bible that tells you that the love of money is the root of all evil, or you just simply don't believe what your eyes tell you. You simply don't believe your own intuition. You don't believe yourself, as you must be told what to think, how to move, what to eat. I'm just saying. Stand alive. What? You know what I mean? Numbers don't lie. What's going on, Doris? That's why I keep trying to keep us locked down in New York until September. Look at that. That's crazy. Now, New York has a bigger penetration rate, right? We can look at that as well. But again, the numbers. 99.99% chance you won't get infected. And that's in the United States. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Now, when you start looking at numbers, things change. We start realizing, wait a second, what they're showing and what they're professing and all the news articles, this is what I don't understand. Let me tell you something I don't understand, beautiful people. Here's what I don't understand. Somebody explain this to me. Help me this morning. If you are a person who absolutely despises the president, Mr. Trump, 45, you hate him so much. I mean, you want him out of office. You can't believe this buffoon is running this government and all that good stuff. You hate him so much. Then answer this for me. If you dislike him so much, why do you keep talking about him? If you hate him so much, why do you keep sharing on your timeline everything they got to do with him? That's not the sign of someone that hates somebody. When you hate somebody, you leave them alone. You get the hell on out of Dodge. You walk away. When you hate someone, you don't retweet and share everything about them. When you do, you're showing that you actually have an affinity for them, that you're still connected to them, that you kind of love them in your own little way. Now, I know that seems kind of crazy, but that's what people do. They hate him so much that they share his content all the time. But the people that they say that they love, i.e. black businesses, i.e. their children, i.e. whatever is going on in their life, they don't share it all. Isn't that crazy? Somebody help me understand. Why are you using your energy towards something that you hate versus using your energy towards something that you love? Now, this brings me back to the hurricane. The hurricane, remember on the movie, Hurricane with Denzel Washington, when he was playing the boxer, you know what he said? Hate might have got me in this business, in here, but love is going to bust me out. Hate might have got me in here, but love is going to bust me out. Everybody put guys on love is going to bust you out. So why is it in our infinite wisdom, or actually I would say in our stupidity, do we continue to share what we hate? That makes no sense. And there's another quote that comes from Mr. Malcolm X, who simply says this: "We sick, boss." Yeah, we kind of sick. And Carter G. Woodson says it like this: "The miseducation of the Negro." Yeah, I would say that's about right. Okay? Make no sense. Anyway, let's get going, man, because y'all know we got to get to the money, right? We got to get to the money because there's things that are going on in the money. So let's take a look at Wall Street and see what is going on. Now, I continue to teach you guys, and hopefully you understand now that there is money to be made in a recession, but it's only for the few who understand, who comprehend, and are willing to go to work, really put in the action, take action, right? So we'll take a look here and see what is going on. I got some pretty cool articles that I thought was pretty cool. I'm going to do a refresh on this in just a second. But look at this. China, right, has been stockpiling oil for years. Now, why would China have been doing that? Well, they're going to be in a pretty good position, right, to still be around. That's why I'm going to tell you one more time. If you have an opportunity, right, China know what's up. China knows what they are doing as far as competing, as far as trade is concerned. They know what they're doing. And I would encourage you, if you have an opportunity, to invest in China. Now I know that sounds kind of like, what? Huh? Listen, here's what I got to say about China. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not showing. Here's what I got to say about China. Why is it that black folks seem to have some problem with China? What did China do to black folk? Now I know that they go into Africa and stuff like that. And everybody's kind of doing the same thing. But Chinese did not bring our butt over here to America. That was the Europeans. That was the United Kingdom. That was them folk. China did not do that. You know, China's over there with Russia. China ain't do that. Right? Now China might go south of China and go into the territory of Africa and try to get them diamonds. But who ain't? I mean, if I was over there, I'd be trying to go get diamonds too. Okay? Okay, that's what I be trying to do. I be trying to get them diamonds. I be trying to get that oil. I be trying to get that gold. Now, our brothers and sisters in Africa must not be so stupid, right? They need to go ahead and get their guns out and protect their land, just like every country should do. Would you agree? We over here in the United States, we got this vast, big old army. We protect our land. We do other stupid stuff with it too, but we know how to protect our wealth. Everybody put down, so protect your wealth. So that also means that you, as an individual, as you acquire assets, as you are looking to leave an inheritance to your children, in order for you to transfer that wealth, you got to protect it. Now, part of your wealth is your health. That's what we got. That's numero uno. You must protect your health right now as we're dealing with this corona. But you also don't forget about protecting your wealth. Because for many of us, our wealth was simply stolen, right, while we were focusing on our health. They came in and stole your wealth. Yeah. When you look at 20% down in your retirement accounts, that's stealing of your wealth. When you look at a manipulation of a market that we're in right now, that's called stealing your wealth. While you're focused on your health, they've been stealing your wealth. Highway robbery. The reverse of Robin Hood. They steal from the poor and give to the rich. Don't shout me down because I'm preaching good. Okay? All right, let's see what you guys talking about, man. Love is going to bust me out. That's right, around Slick Sauce. You remember that, don't you? 99% chance of not getting infected. Right? Love is going to bust me out. Right? Love is going to bust me out. Right? There's actually 6 African countries that the equator runs through: Gabon, Congo, Uganda, Kenya, and Somalia. Okay, so does anybody, have you been to Africa? That's still my question. Anybody been to Africa, the southern part of Africa, to know if it's cold or hot? Can anybody check that out? Do a quick, Jennifer, you good with that stuff. Do that real quick. Do that thing you do, and find out how hot or cold is it. It's the most southern country in Africa. That's what I want to know. What's this temperature right now? What's the most southern country in Africa here on April 9th? I want to know what's the temperature there, because it should be colder. I mean, not that it should be, but if we've been taught that that's the equator, then you would think that south of the equator, closer to Antarctica, should be pretty cold. But I don't know. Maybe what they taught me ain't true. Okay. Numbers don't lie. Right? Protect your wealth. Carlton, thanks so much for joining. Africa experienced different climate change. Southern Africa is currently... What? Southern Africa is currently 76 degrees? Wait a second. How hot is it where I'm at right now? See what I'm saying? Is that making any sense? That's not making any sense. I mean, it might be true. It's 60 degrees where I'm at right now. And that's pretty dang on hot for me in Atlanta, Georgia. And it's 76 degrees in the southern part of Africa. Okay, something ain't right about this equator thing then. Okay, that seems illogical. Anyway, let's keep going. Right? Thank you for sharing. All right, protect your wealth. Protect your wealth and catch up on these comments. Protect your wealth. South Africa. Love is going to bust me out. All right. Okay, Sharif, 25 degrees Celsius. All right, 25 degrees Celsius in Botswana. And what is that in Fahrenheit? Because we deal with Fahrenheit. So 25 degrees converted to Fahrenheit, what is that? About 50 something? So that's still not super cold, right? I'm just saying, man. What if What if our education, think about it, what if our education has all this time been out of whack? I'm just saying. All right, I'm just saying. All right. That Gigi said, let's get to the money. I know that. It's all relative. It is all relative, people. It's all right. All right, let's keep going. All right. So Chinese are left-handed line, whatever. Dick's Sporting Goods, they're furloughing, which means that they're gonna let people, they can't work, we won't get paid, but you won't be fired. 40,000 employees. All right, Dick furlough. Now here's something I thought was interesting. Amazon halts its shipping service that competed with UPS and FedEx. So Amazon is not going to be doing what UPS and FedEx are good at right now. They're halting it. If you hear that, right? If you hear that, see if I can pull it up. Then what do you think that means for UPS and FedEx right now? If a competitor like Bernie Sanders just dropped out of the Democratic race, and a competitor like Amazon moves out of your space, what do you think that does for UPS, FedEx, and probably DHL? What do you think that does? Is that decrease? Is that increase? Is that, so there is an action, there is a reaction for every action. So the action is Amazon no longer shipping, right, to small stores or whatever it is that UPS, they may still ship for themselves, but they're not shipping for other people. Okay, that's the action. What's the reaction? What's going to happen, right? What's going to happen with UPS and FedEx? Increase or decrease? Put that in the comments below. Answer that question. Increase or decrease? Boss 174 degrees? Man, please. Okay. Y'all messing with my theology now. I don't know. I don't know. 5 of my neighbors had package from Amazon yesterday when I got home from work. Yeah, that could be from Amazon, right? But we're talking about what Amazon did. Okay, let me keep reading this so y'all understand what I'm saying. It's not that Amazon won't ship. It's that Amazon's not going to be shipping for other people. Amazon is halting its third party. That means that shipping for others service in the United States, which competed with FedEx and UPS, the company said Wednesday. The service called Amazon Shipping was being piloted in a handful of U.S. cities. Amazon would pick up and deliver shipments for third-party companies that sell on its site but don't keep products at Amazon warehouses. So that means that in order for those products to be sold, right, they're going to be shipped. I'm sorry, to be shipped, they're going to be shipped through some other shipping service, which is UPS, FedEx, DHL, stuff like that. But the premise is still the same. What do you think is going to happen for UPS and FedEx? Okay? More business, right? Increase, right? When you're going to organize, I know that's right. You know what, Mr. See, you see, I got my dashiki shirt on. You know what we're doing up here. You know what's coming down the pipe, Mr. Jones. Increase, right? Increase, all right? Their own shipping, right? So that's not rocket science, right? It's not rocket science. It's like, okay, this is probably what's going to happen. They're going to increase. Then you got to ask yourself, okay, do I want to participate in their increase? Do you want to participate in their increase? That's the next question. If you're saying, hey, earn an alarm, okay, UPS, FedEx, they're going to increase because they just lost some competition. We know that we still stuck at home for 30 days for the most part, at least. And we know people still spending money. They're just spending online and they get stuff delivered to their door. And who going to deliver it to their door? UPS or FedEx. And I think that they're going to increase. Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to participate in the increase? Well, how do you participate in the increase? Well, that means you buy you some stock if you want to get you some stock. So they're going to, you know what? Let me move on forward. We're going to look at UPS and FedEx if I get a chance. No, we're going to have some chance. I'm going to run through that real quick. Yeah, let's keep going. Okay. All right, let's go. I want to rush now. I'm on time limit now because we got to get to this thing. All right, anyway. So that's that. Now look at this. Something else I found. Here's how many people have watched Tiger King on Netflix. A lot of people got Tiger King going on. Well, that's a Netflix stock or something like that. I don't want to do that. Right? How many people watch Tiger King? Roughly 34 million unique viewers. Unique. That means one. That means no one bought. Some people might have watched it more than once, but unique viewers saying, hey, a unique IP address, a unique box, a unique television in somebody else's house, Unique means individual. Unique by itself. Watch Tiger King in the first 10 days of its release. Now, who stands to profit, right, from everybody watching Tiger King? Huh? Who stands to profit the most? Look at that. That's a big number for Netflix. That's a big number for Netflix. So here's a question. If you was a Tiger King fanatic and you shared Tiger King and you was like, hey, go check this out, and you advertise for Tiger King, you helped Tiger King and Netflix make all this money in the first 10 days because you was enamored by Tiger King, and then you still probably watch it because you're talking about letting Tiger King out of jail and all this stuff. You're like so into Tiger King. My question is, are you participating in the increase? I'm talking about no more free advertising. If I'm going to put my mouth on it, I'll put my money in it. Not everybody put in that console. No more free advertising. This is what black folk got to get beyond. Now, you can free advertise for your other black businesses. But I'm talking about advertising for all these, for your own oppressors. That makes no sense. If you're going to advertise for them, I want to see that you actually own some of it. You're going to put all this stuff out, get all your friends to watch it and all this stuff. I'm just saying, you know why I would do that? Because it's going to help my wallet. No more free advertising. If you're going to do it, make sure that you got a stake in the game. In comments below, I don't know how many guys got Netflix stock. You own Netflix stock. So you felt good about advertising Tiger King. You felt good about sharing it there. You say, hey, go ahead and watch it because they're helping my house. That's helping my inheritance. That's helping my portfolio. Yes, please, for all y'all, go watch Tiger King. I mean, you were shouting out, Tiger King, Tiger King, because you know that's going to help your wallet. Who got Netflix stock? I do. Anybody else got Netflix stock? I mean, it's just making too much sense. It's just making too much sense. Amazon has a contract. UPS. Look at that. No, refuse to. I know that's right, Carter. Good morning to you, Miss Ava. Not me. All right, Netflix. That's right. No more free. No more free advertising. No more free advertising. All right. So I thought that was interesting. So obviously Netflix, that's a big jump, big numbers. They said the big numbers for Netflix. They just literally tell you. I mean, you can just read it like right there. It's like, okay, that's pretty easy. That's pretty simple. Pretty simple. All right, let's see what else I found. And this is just what I'm doing now, guys. This is just what I call interpreting the news. I don't sit here and read all this stuff. I read the stuff that's gonna help me. Gonna help my wallet. All this other stuff is fluff. I don't care. I really don't. I'll be like, okay, whatever. Look at this. Disney Plus, almost near a subscriber goal. For 4 years ahead of schedule. Disney Plus. Right? And I'll be looking for money. I'll be like, okay, what does it make? Is this making any money? All right, so real quick, we'll look at UPS. We're gonna do a little stop. So here's the thing. So although there's all this fear, stay at home, shelter in place, people are staying at home, but they're not on their PC looking at money. I am. Right? Here's what I'm going to tell you guys. So here's one of my goals. Here's what I'm going to tell you one of my goals is. One of my goals, right? One of my goals. I don't know about you. One of my goals is I'm going to literally walk y'all through. Y'all going to see on a regular basis, y'all going to see my cash out portfolio. I got more than one portfolio. Right now I'm at $950 in that portfolio. My goal is to be at 10 grand by the end of the year. And I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to prove to you that I'm about it. I'm going to show y'all. I don't know, it might not be every day, but you're going to see, you're going like, dang, it's at 1,000. Dang, it's at 1,500. Shit, it's at 2,000. Oh, Lord, it's at 20. I'm going to show y'all 10 grand by the end of the year in my cash app portfolio. And my strategy is simple. $20 a day to keep broke away. $20 a day. If I can spend $20 on some BS real quick without even thinking about it, surely I can invest in my future. And $20 a day, I'm telling you, I'll be at $10,000 by the end of the year. And you don't believe me? Just watch me. Now, why am I going to do that? I'm going to do it to show you. It's not for my own vanity. I got other accounts. But I know that some of y'all don't really get all this other stuff. So this new technology, y'all going to be like, wow. Right? So once I crack 1,000, bam. Once I crack 2,500, bam, I'm doing milestones. Once I crack 5,000, Bam. Once I get to 7,500, bam, I'm throwing a personal party, a personal profit party every time I reach one of my goals. Now, here's the thing. My question to you is, what's your money goal? Do you have a multiply my money goal? What are you trying to reach? What are you trying to get to this year? Huh? We got 6 months and we got 8 months left in the year. Where are you trying to go? Where are you trying to be? Surely you're not trying to spend more money than you did last year. Hopefully you're trying to earn more money than you did last year. And hopefully you want your bottom line. Everybody putting also bottom line. You want your bottom line to be black. That means you are in wealth. That means you are in equity. Okay? Woo! It's getting hot up in here. All right, man. On Netflix stock. Get on Facebook. I got some of that stock. I know that's right. I got some of that. UPS getting increased. All right, Cash App and Robinhood portfolio. We know you buy it. That's right, Mr. Jones. Right, $20 a day. Keep broke away. Absolute bottom line. All right, let's keep going. So the stock market yesterday, guys, up 3%. Right? Wow, 3% up. We're thinking it's gonna crash. All your shorters, all your short sellers, everybody. You see where they go? When I kept telling them, what y'all talking about? Oh, it's going down. You know, the market going down. We're gonna just make money on the way down. And all this stuff. Where are they now? Anybody hear them talking? I mean, surely they got something to say now. Surely they basically proved that they don't know what the hell they're talking about. You know why they don't know what they're talking about? Because they're guessing. They're guessing. They have a lotto mentality. They're trying to get rich quick. And I'm trying to tell you, you can play that game if you want. Here's my philosophy. It's not everybody's philosophy. Here's my philosophy. Get rich while I build wealth. Building wealth is not an overnight thing. It's not a lotto mentality. Getting rich, I can do some of that, right? Because I know how to turn money. I know how to turn $1 into $2. I know how to turn $2 into $5. I know how to do that. So I know how to get rich while I build wealth. Everybody put that in the comments below if you agree with that philosophy. Get rich while you build wealth. I want y'all to stop thinking that getting rich is a bad thing. Get rich while you build wealth. Okay? Now, I don't like that word. I don't want to be rich. Yes, you do. Yeah, believe me, you do. You do want to be rich, okay? It's not about you being rich. It's about what you do with the money. But yes, you do want to be rich. Trust me, you do, okay? Even if you don't think that you do, trust me, you want to be rich. Trust me on that one, okay? That's right, man. Carl Jones saying slow nickel is better than a fast dime. Slow nickel is better than a fast dime. Absolutely. Okay, let's keep going. I'm supposed to look at UPS. Okay, let's get this done. All right, so anyway, stock market is up 3% yesterday, right? My portfolio has gotten back to the positive. So what I was doing was I was investing while it was low. I took a couple losses, but that was just temporary. And now that thing is ready. I'm ready to roll right now. It's ready to go. It's ready to go. We see that all these sectors have been down, but while they were down, right? What did Warren Buffett? Warren Buffett said this. Oh man, Warren Buffett said this. He said, I'm gonna pull that up in just a second. Let me keep going. Remind me. So we have your oils. Oil, look at this. Oil is jumping back up. I think, Thomas, you asked me about this yesterday. It's very difficult for me to see it going back to $20 a barrel. I'm a believer in oil, and here's why. Because as we come out of this recession, we are going to have airlines going back and doing all their flights, cruise lines going back and doing all their shipping, and cars getting back on the road, more and more cars. There's going to be an increase for oil. So my question is, as you just ask yourself, man, was I putting my money in position to buy oil while it was low? And it makes sense for it to be low, not a whole lot of traveling, less flights, less cruises. That affects the oil industry because the people who need the oil aren't buying as much, which means that the demand is low and the supply was relatively the same, which causes the price to drop. Anybody here understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? When demand is low and supply is high, price goes down. Think about it for a second, right? When you go to the grocery store and the farmer's got a whole bunch of grapes and they realize in order for us to get rid of all these grapes before they go bad, we can't charge $2.99 a pound. They ain't gonna go. But if the people see 89 cents a pound, they're gonna buy 5 bags. So when demand is low and supply is high, in order for you to manufacture demand, you drop the price. That making any sense to anybody? This is simple economics. This is stuff you learned in the 5th grade. Now I'm teaching you how to apply it. I'm teaching you how to apply what you learned 25 years ago. Okay? Woo! Is it me? Or is it somebody on fire? It feels like somebody on fire. Y'all see some fire coming out? I do this for fun, man. I do this for fun. Look at that gold up 1,700, right? Cross over 1,700. I think this is temporary, right? So if you're chasing gold right now, you are chasing. Okay? I just want to let you know you're chasing. Why do I say that? Well, because as we get out of this, which will probably be within the next 30 to 60, 90 days, you're chasing something that's already increased. Now, if you would have been in this before when gold was low, well, then that's great. But if you're going into gold now, you're chasing money. And how many guys know when you're chasing money, you never win? When you're chasing money, you never win. Some of you guys were chasing Bitcoin when it got to $20,000 a share, $15,000 a coin. You were chasing it. That's not how you win the money game. You do not win the money game chasing money. Money should never be your master. It makes an excellent slave. All right? So some of you guys still talking about gold. You're chasing right now. I'm telling you, you don't have to listen to me though. What do I know? I'm just a young buck from Decatur, Georgia, who's been studying money for a long time. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Please don't listen to me, but I'm just letting you know you're chasing. Now look at this. Yesterday we looked at this thing was at 26. Now it's at 33, the fear and greed index. Money is going back into the market while the media is selling you, the common people, the people without much money, fear. It's called manipulation. You've been bamboozled. You've been run amok. You didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on you. And that rock is Wall Street. Okay? Woo! All right. I'm getting through. I'm not stopping until I get through. Okay, let's go on to UPS, and I was gonna show y'all something. Then we're gonna wrap this thing up. Y'all, hey, if y'all learned something, y'all get something out of this. Did you hit the like button, the share button? This is free financial education for the nation. We can't keep talking about nobody teaching this stuff, and there is somebody teaching this stuff. Did you tag somebody? They keep talking about, man, because here's the reason why I want you to like it. Hit the share button or hit the tag button, right? Because I don't want you to be in a position where your cousin and them, you know what I'm saying, Ray and them, come begging you for money because they didn't want to come to class. See, if you invite them to class, then they can get their financial education up, then they ain't got to come beg you for money. We know it's going to happen anyway, but at least let's give them an opportunity, okay? At least let's give them an opportunity. We know we know why they broke because they won't come to class. Okay. All right, what we say, UPS? All right, UPS real quick. Real quick. UPS. We talked about UPS today. We talked about FedEx. I'm just going to do UPS. Okay, you join the club if you want me to do more, right? UPS, $98 a share right now. UPS down 15% for the year, but look at this. Over the past 5 days, they're up 9%. So I mean, if 5 days ago you'd have put $100 into UPS, your $100 will now be worth $109. Let me ask you this. In the past 5 days, where else have you been given the opportunity to get 9% return on your investment, 9% return on your depository, 9% back? Where else? Where else? Past 5 days, you and I had an opportunity to ride a wave where we got 9% back. $100 turned to $109. $1,000 turned to $1,090. $10,000 turns to $10,900. You just keep adding zeros. 9% is 9%. Everybody put that in comments below. 9% is 9%. I don't care if it's 9% on $20, 9% on $50. 9% is 9%. This is why I teach people the simple philosophy of $20 a day. So you can start getting your 9%. See, all the financial gurus say, oh, you got to have $20,000 or five. No, you don't. Start with what you have. Start where you are. Everybody put it on, so start where you are. You can start where you are. I'm just passionate about it because I know that we've been miseducated. And I know there's not too many people who sitting here just teaching the people. Right? They all want to charge you. Hey, you come to my class and they can't even prove that they're successful. I show you every day. All right, let's keep going. So we know what UPS does real quick, man. Okay. So they are operating logistics and package delivery equipment, providing supply chain management services. They were founded in 1907. UPS is a 100-year-old company. I did not know that. Founded by James Casey and Claude Ryan in Atlanta, Georgia. So they are actually I'm in Atlanta, by the way. They are a premium company in Atlanta, along with Delta Airlines, along with Home Depot. This is why Atlanta is an international hub. Not because we fly internationally, planes out, but because we have international businesses that are housed or headquartered in Atlanta. UPS has been hiring over the past 4 years. Look at this, increasing employees, got more work to do. They just had Amazon bail out of what they were temporarily. That's another boost for UPS. But what can Brown do for you? You know what Brown can do for me? It can make my bank account green. That's what it can do for me. Now, how many guys actually have UPS delivered to your house? You actually use UPS in some form or fashion. You've used them since the beginning of the year. Let me ask you this. You got UPS stock? Do you own some of UPS? All right. Let's take a look at their money, right? The fundamentals of what we call this. Seeing what's going on with UPS. Over the past 4 years through 2018, they have increased in sales every year. Their gross income has increased every year, right? Their net income has been up and down. They had a bad year in 2016, pretty much steady as far as 2017, 2018, right? Their assets, what they own as a company, they've been around for 100 years. I hope they got some assets, okay? Their current total assets, right? 50 billion in assets, what they own, 47 billion in liabilities. I don't like that, right? Only 3 billion common equity. What I'd be riding UPS now for, it wouldn't be to own them super long term. I would own them enough to get the growth, the rebound back from UPS, because something that if you've been in business for 100 years and you only got 3 billion in common equity, you know what I mean? And maybe they don't need to own a whole bunch of stuff, but you would think that 100 years give you enough time to acquire a bigger piece of America. Okay? I'm just saying. What's going on? Now, I like to take a look at their shareholders because we can see. Now, look at this. Ooh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Look at this. We have some large purchases that's taking place in UPS while it was below $94. $94. I'm sorry, yeah, 90 something. Something ain't showing up here. Let me see here. I'm trying to highlight this stuff. It's supposed to be okay. Newman, the CFO of this company, Pepsi, something like that. On 3/18, which is a month ago, they weren't selling, they were buying 45,000 shares of this stock. Then we have another one. See if I get this one. 45,000 shares, another one here. Okay, it's not highlighted, right? So let's just look at that one. At least for that one, we can see that, it's I don't know why these transactions are shown, but they've been buying their stock when it was less than basically $95 a share. And it's currently at $98 a share. So let me ask you this. If you like UPS, if the owners or the executives of the company are buying up their own shares, that's an indication of them wanting to increase their wealth. Why wouldn't you? Man, I'm just saying. So when we looked at other companies, we saw other companies was selling. It's just interesting that the companies that were non-essential, they were selling stock as if they knew something ahead of time. And now we got UPS, which is an essential delivery service for this time right now. And it's still an essential service all the time. They were buying their own stock. And at a price that's around the price that it is today. Go figure. Everybody putting guys on follow the money. Follow the money. What else can I show you? I don't think that UPS pays a dividend, but you can come over to UPS and they probably have something somewhere. I don't want to log in. I don't know where that stuff is. It's hard to find stuff on UPS. Maybe I'm going to a global home. I don't know. Okay, maybe this is it. Okay, investor relations. So here's where UPS, the company, provides you information on their stock, right? They let you know what's going on in their financials. You can get all that stuff right from them. They got, dividend history. Wait a second. You mean tell? Oh, they are paying a dividend. Look at this. Oh, I did not know that. Okay, wait a second. UPS paying a dividend too. Look at this. Oh, Lord. They're paying $4 per share per year divided by. Oh, ooh, well, look at this. 9866. UPS is currently paying a 4% dividend. Oh, Lord. 4.09% dividend yield based upon its current price. Now, what that means is, that if you decide that you want to invest in UPS and you want to hopefully try to ride the wave up, as we are saying, hey, we anticipate increase as far as the value of the price of the stock is concerned. And while I ride the wave up, I'm going to keep getting 4% after 4% after 4%, which is passive income. So I might have the opportunity to actually participate in appreciation along with passive income. I like to call that getting my cake and eating it too. Double for my trouble. I'm just saying. So even if UPS stays where it is today and you were to invest in it, you still get 4% after 4% after 4%. This is how the rich keep getting richer. It's not just the appreciation of the stock, it's the cash back that they're getting from the company just for being loyal investors to that company. Everybody putting on cash back. So for every $100, you're going to get $4 back every year. $100, $4 back. $100, $4 back. Now, you can just keep it at $100, right? So you get $4 back. You get $4 back, right? So that means if I just put $100 into the UPS, right? In order for me to get, it's going to take 25 years for my $100 to be covered just by the dividend. And that's not even including the dividend actually increasing. Okay? 25 years for them to pay me back my $100. If the dividend doesn't increase, nor if the dividend doesn't, they don't exit out or cancel it. Okay? Cash back. Let me catch up on these comments, man. We'll be in to close this show out. In the comments below, I'd like for you to share something that you learned today. I don't do this just to do this. I do this to make a difference, and hopefully I made a difference in your life today. Hopefully you learned something. Free financial education for the nation. It's not that nobody's teaching. It's just that most of us won't show up to class. That's the difference. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. All right, man, let's get to when the comments go. PNC started to declare 1.15. I can't do everything. All right, man, got Netflix in my portfolio. Fire! Boom, 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 boom. Look at PNC stock. 1.15 dividend, 9%. Bottom line, right? 9% is 9%. 9% is 9%. Start where you are. Start where you are, right? Start where you are. I can help you if you start. You can start with $20 a day. You could if you want to, right? Start where you are. Start where you are. Start where you are. Get rich while you build wealth. Absolutely, and they pay a dividend, right? Monthly deliveries from UPS. Follow the money. Follow the money. My people start to wake up. That's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Then they do 1.0. Oh, Lord. Even when the stock is low, they pay. That's what I'm talking about, Mr. Jones, right? I'm sure the UPS talked with leadership team at Amazon. I know that's right. Yeah, absolutely, man. So does FedEx pay a dividend too? Hey, you see what I'm saying? Every quarter, cash back, baby. Cash back. I want my money too. Love dividends. Absolutely, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Cash back, right? Y'all know that philosophy. All right, I'm learning a whole lot. Cash back, right? Most banks and oil companies pay dividend. Absolutely. You can get paid while you wait. You can get paid while you wait. This is the New Black Wall Street, and we welcome you to Money and Power Show. We talk about money and also power, economics and politics. Today, we're just going over the stock market, right? And when we begin to think and we begin to study money, we make money a major topic in our life. Not just our life, but then begin to teach our children and our children's children so that our legacy will be more than stuff. Our legacy will be, oh man, they taught me how to make this thing grow, how to keep this thing going. The family legacy, not just your legacy. All right? Not all stocks are worth investing in. They just look good. Yeah. Right? Start where you are, right? Man, right? VZ, Verizon, absolutely, man. Cash back. All right, my beautiful people, man. Y'all know what time it is. Your boy got to get out here, got to get up, got to get out, and go get something. I teach not only the stock market, but we also teach you how to actually build your wealth, how to get rich, how to increase your income so you'll have more money to invest and then multiply that money. All the stuff you can choose to learn if you decide that you want to be a part of the Black Billionaires Club. Now, what do we do there? Well, not only is it a book that I wrote, guys, but we study these billionaires. We found common things between them. Here are 3 things that billionaires do to be billionaires. They say, here's what we did. Number 1, they read. They read. They're avid readers. They read about business. They read about money. They read about economics. Read about, themselves and their country and all that stuff. They read. Everybody put also read. That's the number 1 thing they say they do is read. Well, guess what we have in the Black Billionaires Club? We got a book club. We're currently reading a book by Dick Gregory, right? Defining Moments History. As a matter of fact, we got a book club tonight, session tonight. You can be a part of that by choosing to join the Black Billionaires Club. Number 2, what billionaires say that they do to be billionaires? Number 2, they build business. They all have their own businesses. They all have their own enterprises in whatever industry that they're in. You know what we do here at the Black Billionaires Club? We have business development. We help you with your idea. We help you get into business. We help you add multiple streams to whatever it is that you're doing. And then number 3, what do they say they do to be billionaires? Number 3, they invest. They invest in themselves, which would be education, pays the best interest. They invest in their businesses, right? And they invest in other businesses, real estate, all that good stuff, cash producing, income producing assets. Guess what we have in the Black Billionaires Club? We got an investment club. Go figure. We're doing what billionaires do and expecting to get billionaire results. We understand it doesn't happen overnight. It happens over time. You can decide to join at any point in time. You can decide to walk away from the crowd of broke, busted, and disgusted at any time and join the few who've decided to study billionaires. Check out our website, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. Make a financial decision that could change the trajectory of your finances for life. Okay? You can do that at any point in time. Build business. They read, right? They reinvest, right? Pick the money from the news, leave the fluff. That's right, man. That's right, Mr. Henry. That's right, man. All that other stuff is fluff, right? All right, beautiful people, man. I want you to remember this, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we all we need. And thank God, that's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
The new Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We'll see you all there at the next episode of The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.